Gerard was talking, obviously we had to tune in, and I was conscious of a lady who was trying to get to the back there, who was giving me the name of Meredith, and she wanted a daughter, and said that I was to find a daughter. Where is this? Well, it seems to me that there is a lady there, and she keeps giving this name of Meredith. And as she was there, she wanted her daughter, and she was talking about a birthday or something that's just gone. There was something that's just happened to do with the family there.
Yes.
Who was speaking to you?
I am.
Oh, you can't have it.
No.
It's Mrs. Pudding.
That's right.
Oh, well, Mrs. Pudding, what does this mean? Does the name of Meredith mean anything?
Well, that was my name.
When? What do you mean?
Christian name.
That was your Christian name?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
Maiden name.
Pardon?
Maiden
name.
Oh, your maiden name?
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that.
No.
But there's a lady just come there and just said that she was named Meredith, and that she wanted to speak to her daughter, and it was something to do with an anniversary, you see, that has passed, and that she wanted to tell you that she was there, and she has Dad with her, and she has a brother, because she keeps on speaking about a brother there.
Yeah.
And she wanted to say that they were all together, and that they had come because they wanted you to know that they were aware of what has taken place. And if they had gathered here, although they were not involved in this way, yet they had become very involved in the spirit world. And they wanted you to be aware. I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Wooding. I wish, that I didn't know you. I
That's
would
all
give
right.
it to you. But will you accept that that is there? I think that's obviously why they gave you the name of Meredith, so that I would get it across. If they'd given me anything else, I wouldn't have come. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Will you accept that they're there?
I will.
And they
Thank
wanted
you.
to get through there. I want to get somewhere here, and it is to do with a gentleman that's trying to get through, and it keeps taking me to something to do with Courtland. Now, where am I? Someone's got a contact with something to do with Courtland. Where are you?
Portland.
Yes,
You
yes.
say Portland.
Courtland.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Well, I used to live in Portland.
Oh, you did. Is this a place?
It's a road.
Oh, it's a road. And you live there. Will you hold it one little moment? Because there is someone also that should know this. And besides you, there is another link here. Where are you? Should be across here. Do you know Courtland?
I know Portland Road.
You do. Do you know Courtland Road? Yes. Will you two stand up? Do you two know one another? You know this lady?
Yeah.
That one there?
Oh, no.
You know, well, you're going to before I finish. It does seem, as I was talking there, that I got this contact. It's to do with the gentleman who's trying to get through. That is, you must be married then. Is this correct? Yes. Because the person that's here is telling me their relation to you, but through marriage, you see here. So I have to bring this to you. I'll tell you what I see. You know the Masonic Lodge, don't you? I'm told you've had something to do where there was a Masonic Lodge of some kind. Only say yes or no, you see here. You know it somewhere, or you've lived by one.
I can see it.
Pardon?
That's my bedroom window.
You can see one from your bedroom window, that's fine. Because what I'm told is that I find something to do with the Masonic Lodge. Do you understand that? Well, your life has changed because you definitely have made a move from a place where there must have been a marriage. Now, please don't take this wrong, but you've moved away from there where something has happened that you're on your own. Is this correct? You're obviously in a flat. Is this right? And where you are in this flat, there could be possibly 4 flats. You are number 4. Is that correct? But you are at number 1. That's right. Because as I'm going there, I can see this build-up in front of you. Now, madam, you know something about a Masonic order, don't you? Someone...
I used to live next door to the Masonic Lodge.
You did. That's what I might say. because my communicator said that I was to link it up to do with the Masonic Lodge. Do you understand that? And you live next door. Is that correct? That's fine. Now then, you had someone that used to go to have something to do with the Air Force, the Air Corps. Did you have something to do with the Air Corps? Well, what do I get the Air Corps? I can see the Air Corps. Something to do with training and air. Something to do with the air. Is there something to do with the Air Corps where you live? Oh, because I don't know if it's some because it does seem, as I was talking there, that I had to bring this in. You knew someone named Mr. Best. Best? Yes. You knew someone named Mr. Best. Is that correct? Yes, you do. Because there was something to do with Mr. Best. Didn't your Mr. Best also live in a flat? He lived in a house, did he? And when you knew... Oh, I didn't say it was. I'm not making it fit like that. I'll tell you what I got. Because there seemed... Oh, by the way, there's a lady here that's just come, and she's just said mum. Not mother, just mum, you see here. So I take it that you called her mum, you see here. Man. That was what the sound became. And I felt she was relation to you through marriage, not your mother. So it seemed to be someone who was mum, dear. Oh, sorry about that, I'm giving you the wrong mum. But that's what I heard. And I'm also conscious of someone by the name of Thomas that they used to call Tom. He's passed over, but wishes to be remembered to. And he's talking about Ellen, but not with the H, and Ellen without the H, you see here. And she wants to be remembered to you. And they're also talking of Dot, someone that was named Dorothy, but they used to call them Dot. And you knew about this. And you've also known an old lady that passed away, that is coming through here, and she's given me a name like Glover. It sounds to me like Glover. And she says to me here that she was the one that fell down. And there was something about you going somewhere with someone that fell down. And she said they used to call me Lizzie and sometimes Betty, but she was Mrs. Glover. Can you follow that? Because you remember something about someone falling down, you see here, and that they wanted me to pass this on. As I'm talking to you, I'm conscious of a Christmas tree. And it seems that you've been somewhere where there was rather a large Christmas tree, and you've taken something for the tree. And it's something to do with tobacco. You knew someone that used to smoke a pipe, and you used to put some tobacco under the tree. He's passed over now, and wishes to be remembered to you. Do you understand that? So they're bringing their best wishes to you. And they are saying, oh, by the way, they are saying to me that I'm to tell you that Mrs. Williams is all right now. Do you understand it? You've been sending your thoughts out and wondering if she's settled down in the spirit world. Is that correct? That's fine. Now that's what I have here. And I can, yes. Oh, that's it. I want to say to you that my communicator that is here says that half your prayer has been answered, the other half still yet to come. And you were saying a little while ago, if it all comes, the next half as good as the first half's come, I'm glad that it all happened when it did. Come on. Because you didn't know what to do with yourself 2 or 3 years ago, did you? And you walked out of the house once. And when you did so, you just said, I don't want ever to go back. I'd rather go and start my life all over again. Come on. And then all at once, you were able to do something about it, and you moved to where you are now. And you said, this is either going to be it, or it will never be it. Is that right? Well, the spirit people have blessed your faith. And I want to say to you, just look up and go on. And you'll find if you do that, you'll come through fine. got it now? Good girl. And someone's just said they're very glad you took the ring off and they know what they can do with it. You know, that's what I got. So just remember, I wanted us to get through to you in that way. There is someone here that has a link with Totnes. Keep on hearing Totnes. And there's a gentleman trying to get here something to do with that. And I felt he was trying to get to a daughter. Now, pardon? Do you know Totnes? Very well. Oh, good. Because I keep on hearing Totnes. The lady next to you. Do you know Totnes? Do you know the place of Totnes? Pardon? The place, you know, what is it? Totnes.
Yes,
The town. You know. Why didn't I say the town? No, I said that. But nevertheless, one of you, are you two linked together with Totnes?
I did it.
Pardon?
I lived there for about 2 years.
Oh, you did. Good. Would your father know that? That's fine. Would your dad know about it? Pardon? Oh, are you sure? Because you must be married then. Pardon? That's what I mean. Yes. Well, he knows about that. Were you married when you were at Totnes? Pardon?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's right. We're getting it sorted out. And because it seems that, did you two know one another when you were at Totnes?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't. Pardon? Yes, I thought so. Nevertheless, that's what I have. And by the way, you live somewhere near to the garage.
Yes.
Pardon?
I do now.
You do now. Because someone said here, you only have to cross over. And then you go into the garage and come out and go where you want to go. Is that correct? So if you run out of petrol, or you don't have to worry about it, because you know very well you can cross over, get the petrol and come back again. Is that correct, your dad knows about it? And he says that he's been with you many times when you've left it nearly to the last. Because you always know that you've just got about enough to be, and he says you've always had some handy end.
Yes.
See, he did. Is that correct? He knows all about it. Anyway, they've come to see you. And as I'm talking to you, they are, oh, you've noticed something about Jubilee Road. Pardon?
I lived in Jubilee Road.
You lived there. Well, they're talking about Jubilee. Then your father must have known about it because he's here, you see here. And as he's looking up to you, he said, during that time, my word, you were busy. You did so much. You didn't know whether you were on your head or your heels. You didn't know whether you were coming or going at times. Come on. Yes. And he's saying this to me and saying that I was to tell you that he was here and wanted you to be aware of his presence and his love to you. As I'm picking him up, I'm told to tell you, oh, you had a very funny name, because it seemed to me as though I got this Jubilee, but I can see a place, and I thought it looked Welsh to me, but it can't be, because it looked like crab.
Yes,
Craig.
Craiggon.
What is it?
The name of the house, Craiggon.
Paignton, that's it. Because I could see this. Why is it Welsh? It looks Welsh to me.
Oh, yes, yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
There must have been a reason for it, you see here. Because I could see this coming up, and then I could hear it, and I could also hear number 2. Where did you live?
That's number 2, yes.
There we are. You see, that's what I got. And it seemed as I'm talking that I have this man that is here. I've got 2 dads there, both fighting to get in. And both here at the moment, sort of looking at each other, as much as say, I don't know who's going to win out of you now. And I come back to lay down the end. Because I'm told here that there is someone that wishes to be remembered to you that's passed away who tells me their name is Harry. And they send their best wishes to you. Harry. Harry. Do you understand that? Oh, and you also know a Harold, don't you? So you know both. And then belonging to them, you knew a George. And if you remember Will, not Bill, Will. Yes? And Will knew Walter, didn't he? Because you knew Walter. You used to work with Walter, didn't you? Walter used to take the money to the bank. Are you thinking?
No, yes, I was thinking, but
Yes.
I don't remember that.
You used to work somewhere where money used to go into a safe in a bank.
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Well, Walter used to take it. Except he used to lock it up with a key and used to take it to the safe. Was he a secure? You used to do it. Well, we used to do it as well. So when you weren't there, he used to write it Sunday. And I got something to do with the security corps as well. So you knew someone that was in the security corps. Pardon?
Yes.
Right. Wasn't he Walter? Did they used to call him Wally? You didn't? No, I can imagine what call. As I'm giving this, that's what I have to tell you. Because I can see this money. And they were saying to me that you've managed very well, you've been rather thrifty in many ways, and your father said you're all right when you could sort of gather yourself, and you could sort of get yourself, oh, there's a sister then in the spirit world.
Yes.
Because all at once this lady's just said, and your father, I brought the other one with me. Do you understand that? And she's been hoping that she would come. Is that right? Good. Well, they've come together. And they're sending their best wishes to you. Oh, and I have to tell you, you go, no, aren't you really? You're going on well. She's a bit technical. You're going on well. Yes, because they've just said to me to tell you, you're going on all right. And if you keep on going on as you are now, oh, they're active. I don't know what they're going to do to get you across there. But nevertheless, you're going on well. You understand that? And you've always said, the sooner I begin to feel that I can't do it, take me. Isn't that right? Yes. Because you'll never cope with the place you're in, will you? If you couldn't, could you? Well, that's why you're going to stay where you are. Isn't it funny? If that's what's happening. But remember what I said. All right? Now, can I come to the one next to you? Because I'm getting this contact there. And I felt my contact here on the coffers, and also with this jubilee and something to do with prayer. And I felt a gentleman, two gentlemen here, yes, they've come, two gentlemen. Oh, and your mother's just arrived here. And she said, it's a long time, but I haven't forgotten anything about you. And that I want to tell you, I've seen you go up and I've seen you go down. And I've seen you sometimes wishing you were miles away, and I've seen you other times when you said, well, it's mine, and I'll make the best of it. Do you understand that? Good girl. As I'm talking to you, I can see a lovely ring of crystal beads. You know the crystal beads? You've got pearls on at the moment, haven't you? Well, I got some crystal ones, and I feel you've had some given to you. And when you get them in the light, you know the colours that come with crystal. That's what I see. Do you understand that? And you were saying to yourself, all right, things didn't go the way I thought they were going to go, but nevertheless, I've had happy times. And you're trying to remember the happy times, which is helping you over the difficult ones. Do you understand that? It's better to have been loved and lost than never to have been loved at all. Understand it? You remember what I said to you? Oh, and by the way, Bert sends his best wishes to you. Bert, do you remember Bert? Pardon?
Yes.
Yes, you should remember Bert. He's come along, by the way, with someone, oh no, I'm sorry. Yes, you have. You've noticed a family by the name of Jackson.
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
And they had someone who went into hospital,
Yes.
and you looked after them. That's right. Oh, by the way, do you remember Edna?
Yes.
Yes? Well, she's here, and she's come along with Doreen.
Yes.
And she said we had a good time together. You're the one that's still here. And they can't understand why they have to be over there instantly. Never mind. They're looking after quite well in their own way. I keep getting the name here, and there's a gentleman coming through, and he gives me the name of Barnstable, or Barnstable. Barnstable, I think it is. Someone's got the name of Barnstable. Where are you? Barnstable, I'm sure it's Barnstable. Where are you? Or is it the place of Barnstable? Where am I? Pardon? Oh, you do? All right. All at once I could hear Barnstable. Do you know? Let me just have your voice just for a moment. Will you say yes to me?
Yes.
Keep on saying yes.
Yes.
As I'm talking to you, you must have known someone that was a joiner, someone that used to work with wood.
Yes.
Is that correct? But I'm not talking just of a stranger. I'm talking of someone that was known to your family. because I can see the word here being made and done in a house. Do you think that sounds right to you? I see. Who was Minnie? Who did they call Minnie?
I knew someone that worked on a farm.
Right. Now then, if you knew this, was this some years ago?
Oh, yeah.
I see.
Sounds like a young girl.
All right. Now hold on, will you? Because I'll be back. I just ask them to say something, and then we can get it right. You don't live in Huxtable Hill, do you? Huxtable Hill. Huxtable Hill. Someone here knows something to do with Huxtable Hill? Huxtable Hill. Someone knows the contact with Huxtable Hill.
I live there.
Pardon?
I live in Huxtable Hill.
Well, if you do, there's a gentleman here that's trying to contact his wife that is trying to get here. Pardon?
Yes, thank you.
Pardon? Could your mother be living?
Yes, indeed.
What does Newlands mean?
That's the name of our house.
Is there a lady there?
Yes.
Ah, that's it. Because someone here has just said that I was to talk about a lady, and it would be a wife, but something to do with Newlands. Do you understand that?
Yes, indeed, thank you.
And why do I get Chelston?
It is in Chelston.
That's it. Because I can hear Chelston here, and I have a gentleman that is trying to get through that's claiming here to be the link there with your mother, so obviously your father, and he says that you're getting like him all the time.
Thank you.
You're getting like that.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, because he seems to feel that you'll be able to. He was a man with a very level head.
Yes.
You know, he was a shrewd man, by the way, and he wouldn't be brought into anything without he was quite sure about it.
That's right.
Would you agree with that?
Yes, indeed.
Well, he is here at the moment and sending his best wishes there and talking about your mother there. May I just ask you something here? Is there an umbrella stand, and are you using an umbrella that was your father's?
I have one in the back of the car that I use occasionally, yes.
Is that your father's?
No, I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so? Is there an umbrella in your home that belonged to your father?
There's a walking stick.
Well, I'd like to make an umbrella into a walking stick, but what I've got is that it's where there are umbrellas, and I felt that there could be a place where these are kept.
There are indeed, yes.
Oh, that's it.
Yes.
Now, it seems to me that whatever's there is something that belongs to your father. Do you understand?
Yes.
So this is his walking stick, is it?
Indeed.
All right. Well, it's a nice one. It's one of those thick things. It's a nice stick, this is. Because it looks as though it's got a very nice top to it, you see here. That's what I was after at the moment. And he's coming there to you, and he said that he was sorry he went the way he did. So it must have concerned you about his passing.
Yes.
Have you got that? And you very often have missed him. And what I have to say to you is that it does appear that since his passing, lots of things haven't gone the way you thought that they ought to go.
Yes.
Could you understand?
Yes, I'd agree with it.
Because you very often said that I wonder what my dad thinks about everything.
True.
Is that right?
Yes.
And you have spoken about this to your mother.
Yes.
And of course, I don't know what she said, but he said you've had your own thoughts anyway.
True.
Do you understand?
Yes.
He's very pleased that you were able to settle things a while ago, because it appeared that you were trying to work something out that you knew you had to work out, because you couldn't have gone on as you were. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you.
That's
yes.
fine. And he says you're all right now because you've got plenty and there's still plenty to come. That's good, isn't it? I think he must be talking of money. Are you all right, money? Sir?
So-so.
Because it seems as though he's talking about something else to come. And I can definitely see something here that seems to be quite good. And he says to me here to tell you that he knows what your thoughts have been and how you've been rather thinking over things very recently, as you'd like to get things in a better order than they are at the present time. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you very much.
Fine.
Yes.
You do understand it. Good. Because that's what I have to say to you. And I feel that there is a contact here with Torquay, because I wanted to give a memory to you of something where Torquay is concerned. Does that mean anything to you? Has there been anything that would be linked up with you to do with Torquay?
Well, I live here, and I've been on holiday here before I lived here.
Oh, well, that's probably what.
Right?
I had to know what you meant by Torquay. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you.
You didn't say Torbay, you said Torquay.
Torquay, yes.
That's fine, because that's what I wanted to give to you. I hope you can understand it.
Yes, thank you
I'm
very
very
much.
pleased to get that to you. Oh, and they told me to tell you that they saw the letter with the crown on. You've had an envelope and with a crown on, which means, do you know what it is?
I think so, yes.
Well, they've said you sat down, read it and thought yourself, oh gee, I'll worry about that when it comes.
I see.
Is that right?
Yes.
I think they said that. And he said that's what he used to do with the same things. That's the best way to do it. Nevertheless, that's what I've seen there, and that's the link that seems to come very close to you there with it. Wait a minute, I haven't finished with the name there. There is something to do with the name of Rutter. Rutter. Where are you? Well, there's someone here trying to get through, sir, and it was obviously for you, because I'm getting this name of Rutter, and I'm getting a man very forthright, and as he was standing here, he just said to me, if I come, you know very well I'm going to say what I want to say. You know?
That's
and
correct.
he said he's mild compared to me. Come on.
That is correct.
Yes, he's here. And he just said to me, what he's got in his arms, he's just done it. And he said, that was me. Come on. He said, whenever you do exactly what he did, because he just stood there, he said, I was watching you, just like I did. Come on now.
That is correct.
Yes, there. And as he has done so, he's looking at you, and he says, you know, they're always big around us, but my word, he's putting it on. You know, I have to tell you what he's saying here. And he said to think of the times in the past when he's got himself into tangles, but my word, I used to say to him, well, you're taught to get out of them at the same time, and don't come to me unless it's important. Come on.
That is correct.
And you know that if you went to him, he'd say, have you done anything about yourself first? Because you know very, very well that you've still got to get yourself, I won't always be here. Come on.
That's right.
That's right, he's arrived here. And he's looking at you, very delighted to make this contact with you. And as he's done so, he said, he's seen you go into the tools, but you don't do them half as much as you used to do. Come on.
I'm not silencing that one.
No. The lady is
Correct.
your wife to say
Yes,
to
that's
you.
correct, yes.
Are you the wife, darling? Well, you know, at one time you gave him a job to do, he really would try to get down to doing it. And he'd say, all right, as soon as I've got everything ready, come on.
Yes, sir.
But you can talk until you're blue in the face, you've got everything ready, but to get it to do it, no. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's right. Well, they're telling me here that you have tackled things. They're very pleased that you're getting out of it. But my word, it was touch and go a little while ago, because you were a little bit perturbed how the way things were beginning to go.
That is correct.
And you said to them, well, if there's anything to do with the spirit world, and there's anything to do with them being able to help me, I know jolly well my dad can help me, if anybody can. Come on.
That is correct.
That's why I got to come to you. And I must say to you, you'll have to look after yourself, you know. You're still trying to think that you can do the things in some way that you used to do before. And you know very well that you've had a little shock about yourself very recently.
Right.
And you know very, very well you've been told you've got to pull up a little bit. So you should wife talking to you.
No, she's just nodding.
That's right. But what I'm saying is that she knows that you'll still do what you want. Isn't that right? Yeah, I should be. I would be very regret trying to tell you. Because it's really good. But I must say this to you. That is why they wanted to come to you. That is why they were so pleased to see you here. And they said, we've got him here no matter what the situation was. He's got to be here tonight. Because we've got to send him away full of hope and realize he's still got some years ahead to fulfill some of the things he wants to set himself to do.
Thank you.
You understand it, don't you?
I do, yes.
That is fine. Oh, and by the way, John sends his best wishes, and I'm not to call him Jack. I'm to call him John. That's correct, isn't it? Fine. And, oh, by the way, I have to tell you that they've come along with Auntie Anne. Who was Auntie Anne?
There was an auntie, well, an Annie.
Yes,
But I don't know which side it was on.
But it doesn't matter, does it? As long as you get on it. Which is very happy. Oh, and they've just told me to tell... Oh, you must have a son somewhere.
Yes.
Pardon?
On birthday, yes.
That's right. Because someone's just talking about a son. And there are two families somewhere. You belong there. There are two families.
Yes.
So there's been either a separation or a divorce and coming together again.
There was a separation.
That's right. And two families, you see, because I can see what is it, stepchildren, that sort of thing. That's what I can see there. And your father's telling me about this, you see here, and said, well, things so. So will you always promise me? Because then you'll be all right. You've had that trouble for some years. Off and on, haven't you? That's right. But I just said, so now just keep going, you know. Nice and well, and go on your way rejoicing. I just got a name here, and it sounded like Garwood. Garwood. Is it Garwood? Garwood? Yes, that's the result. It seems to come through. What does it mean? It seems to come with a name that's very funny here, and it sounded like cloak. I don't think it was really right. It sounded like cloak or cloak. What does it sound?
I'm called Cloak.
What do you call it?
Cloak.
Cloak.
Yeah. Funny name.
It is unusual, yes. Well, I was asking the spirit things. I thought we were going to... No, please take it in the spirit I'm giving to you. And when we hear these things, we have to question that, you see here. And I was getting this name of cloak there, and as I was... oh, don't you like baking? Don't you like baking?
I hate it.
Did you know there's a lady here, and she said, talk to her about baking and her heart will go down. Come on, be honest about it. It is correct, isn't
I'm
it?
sat with a trace.
What she said? Well, you know what I mean, don't you? Good, because it seems to come here for you. So, I think there's an osteopath. Hold on, darling. Somebody here knows someone who's an osteopath. You know someone now, do you? Somebody here is talking about someone that was an osteopath. Forgive me for asking, but have you had to go to an osteopath yourself?
No, I know one now.
Oh, you do? You've not had any treatment for your back?
Not recently. I broke a bone in the back.
Oh, you did? Well, I'm afraid that you've got a little bit of a problem there, and you may eventually have to have some treatment there, but you could go to an osteopath. Will you remember what I'm saying to you? I haven't finished with you yet. You know an osteopath, have you? When you knew this person, have you had any treatment from this person? You have. Whatever it is, there is someone here who's talking about an osteopath that was there, that gave treatment, you see. And I felt here that your father should pass over. This is correct, because I see this very clearly. And someone, where you've been to an osteopath, could, when you went to this osteopath, could you have known about it? Did you know that she'd been to an osteopath? Were you there when she went? You're not sure? You arranged it, that's what I wanted. Because they were talking to me about you having something to do with it. You understand that? And you weren't there, you just arranged it. Well, there's a lady here that was trying to come. Could your mother be on the other side? And if so, she passed during the last 2 years. Oh, that's it. She wants to be with it. and she's talking about this thing. So she must have known. She did. Well, she seems to know about you going to the hospital. Is that correct? And I'm sure she must have been there then, because she seems to know you as though she spoke to you when this was going on. Is that correct? Oh, well, she's sending her love. She just turns up there and she says, please don't go until you speak. Do you understand that? Good. And, and I have to say here that at some time you have been overseas. You've been overseas, yes. Have you been overseas?
Yes.
Have you two been overseas together?
Yes.
Well, you've been in the same place. Oh, you have? Because I keep on going, am I going to an island? Have you been to Greece?
No.
Oh, I've got Greece here. Can't go to Greece. I'll come back to you. Can I just come back to the lady there? We have your voice, yes? Because there's a gentleman here, and he says he's heard so many prayers from you recently, he can't catch up with everything that's going on. And it seems as though each day something happens where you look up into the heavens and you say, it's another one, it's going to be another day today. Come on, this has been going on. Right? And when you were coming out, you said, if anybody can sort me out, my word, it'll be a miracle. Because you have needed so much, and yet it never seems to come. Then you think the thing is right, you say, I'm terrified of saying so because it'll go wrong, and it does. Come on. And you have been saying to the spirit world, you see, about this. And so they wanted me to pass it on to you so you would know. You know, there's a dog here licking my hand. I mean, there's a big dog. He just got his paws onto me, and he's licked you, this dog has, because he's bending over here, and he's got his ear, and he's just looking down at you in a lovely way. And as it does so, he's looking to say, have you forgotten? You know, dear, you couldn't, could you? And it used to lick you and fuss you, and used to say it's worth going out just to come back and be welcomed in this way. And when he passed, it was though like your whole world was coming to an end because you felt that you'd lost your best friend. Come on.
That's right.
Yes, he's here. And my word, his coat is brushed, and it's shining, you know, here, and his face, and he used to do his ears, you see, here, because he's just moving his ear, as much as say, what about the ears being done, you know, and that's exactly how he's come to you, isn't that lovely? And by the way, the budgie has been found. There was a lost budgie. You know a budgerigar?
Yeah. I
And you
had
know
one
one.
that died.
Pardon?
I had a budgie that died.
Well, it's been found then. It was the budgie's been found. And the strange thing about it is he's perched on the dog. So this bird used to come out and fly.
Yes.
And that's it, wasn't afraid of anything, this bird wasn't. And he's perched on the dog, and there the dog's looking up and saying, what's this? You know? It's such a lovely way here. And there is a man here that knew this dog, that loved this dog, you see here, and is here looking after his boy. And when you go across, this dog will welcome you into the spirit life. And you'll be all right then, won't you? Because you know very well that where the dog is, you're bound to feel his presence. All right? So that's what's going to happen. I have a lady here who didn't like it very much. Now, please don't take it wrong. But I had an idea she was a clerk. So she must have been named clerk, you see here. But she was the one that came forward very much. And it seemed to me as though she couldn't like anybody. For some reason, there was something wrong in this lady's life. And as she's coming there to you, was she named Margaret, or is she calling for Margaret?
There's a Margaret on the airplane.
Is Margaret a cloak?
Yes.
That's it. It's where I am. And whatever it is, there's the link, you see, between the two. So this lady belongs there, you see, and asked me to convey, and said that I was to tell you, yes, I can tell you, says I'm to tell you that you've had your own likes and dislikes, and you've always said, well, I'll believe it when I see it. And when they said anything to you, I'm not making my mind up until I find out for myself. And then you've said, and I will want it proved to me before I change my mind. Do you understand that? Now that's what I have to tell you. And they come along there, they just pinned a lot of bread on this lady. And as they have done so, they pinned it there. I can see that it's heather. I can see a sprig of heather there. So you have a contact with Scotland in some way, and that they brought you this sprig of heather. You understand that? And you have a memory of it that very often brings you in a happy state of mind when you think about it. That's correct, isn't it?
That's correct.
That's right. I want me to tell you about that. Oh, they said they saw you. Oh, you were talking to Vera. You've been speaking to someone named Vera. Is that right?
Not recently.
How long were you speaking about? How long ago?
Oh, 6 months ago.
6 months. Well, never mind. They've heard you talking to Vera. And something to do with Jim. Jim. So who is James? Jim.
James in the spirit world.
Oh, well, yes, all right. Well, I'll let you have that for a moment. You know James, did you?
No.
You didn't know James in the spirit world. So you haven't got one in the spirit world. There is a James, but you didn't know. I don't want you.
No.
Well, that's all right. Don't worry about it. Let me get to know him. Because that's the James that obviously is trying to come through to me, you see here. So, put all your troubles behind you, pack them all up in your own big bag and keep on going. Will you do that? And remember, you know you're made of the material that when you know you've got to fight something, when you know you're down, is a time when your back's to the wall that you fight yourself out. Do you understand that? And you'll get yourself out of the nest that you've got yourself in ready. So you'll come out of it all. Have you got it?
Yes.
You understand it now? Well, that's why they've come to you. That's why I asked you. Because that's what I'm getting. I always forget your phone, you see here, and then I've got your number. And they seem to have met in the spirit world, and coming to you there, and very happy. And I can hear words coming through here, and a quote from the Bible. So I would have thought here that the Bible's meant something. I think to your father, actually, somewhere where your father was concerned, because I can hear this voice just speaking there. And I can hear, let not your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid. And remember that there's always the silver lining. You understand that? You need that in your heart and in your mind. And remember, at the end of the rainbow, which everyone searches for, there's always a better thing. And I think that spiritually, they are saying to you there, you have those that love you and care for you. And the lady next to you, whose mother was here, she's given you a stole. You have a stole, didn't she? Have you got one that was hers? Has she given you one? You do. Because all at once I could feel it come around me here. And I could also see a string of pearls as I'm talking to you. And she keeps saying to me here, I wish you'd wear them. Do you understand it? Because I had to say that to you. And she said how she must have enjoyed the theatre in some way. Because she keeps on saying to me, ask if she remembers going to London. And something to do with the theatre. Is this correct? Did you have a contact with London? Then she was to go and had something to do with the theatre. So what it was, that's what she's just passed on to me. It's just coming there. And I felt also that they were trying to get a contact there for you and to say to you, you keep going. Something happened in your life a while ago. And it seemed as though you got into a state where things had to sort themselves out. And they sorted themselves out. What you have to do is to always be happy. You cannot live unhappy. You always be happy. And your mother just said, tell her to be happy. You understand that? And she says she'll know why I'm saying that to her. Does it make sense? Good. And you then go to bed tonight. Oh, by the way, you are somewhere where you can, where there are still roses still red on a tree. will you take one of those and will you place it near to your head and put it there to your mouth? Will you do that? She tells me that she has no regrets. And she said, tell her to have no regrets. You understand it? Don't forget to take the dose. Put it by your head. And then you is it time? Yes. So lots of people here. And by the way, there is someone named Hoyle. I don't know whether the name means anything to anyone here. But I can hear the name of Hoyle. And then I can hear the name that sounded like Newton. So there must be someone here named Newton.
Yes, my name.
Sometime you've known the name of Hoyle, sir.
I can't recall Hoyle, but my name is Newton.
Ah. And who was it that you knew by the name of Bob? Who did you call Bob?
Yes, I do know.
That's right. Someone here that wishes to be remembered to you. And they are saying that, do you go visiting? Do you go visiting?
I do, yes.
Yes. Have you been to a house today where there was someone that you've been for or been to?
Yes, I brought them here tonight.
Pardon?
I brought them here tonight.
Oh, well, there's a gentleman here that wishes to be remembered to them, because it's a gentleman that's here that says they belong to the house where you visited today. And they wish to be remembered. And it seems as though whoever it is going through a rather difficult time when they do need what help that they can get. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Well, they're here at the moment and just asking for me to say, and they're saying that they will be with them next month in September, when there is something happening for them in the month of September. And I thought it might be something to do either with a hospital or something like that.
Yes.
Where is the lady?
Yes.
There.
The month of September is the month they're talking about.
Yes.
And they say that there is something to do with visiting a hospital
Yes.
in the month of
The
September.
arthritis coming down in September. The arthritis coming down in September.
There's something you're going in September. All
The
right.
arthritis coming down.
Oh, you're on time. Oh,
Yes.
well, all right.
She's something to do with the hospital.
There is something about. Do you visit a hospital?
No.
And are you going to a hospital in September?
The auntie is just left hospital.
Oh, that's it. I'm sorry about that. And they're coming to see you in September.
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. Because they say you'll be able to help one another. You know? And don't take it wrong, dear, for what I have to say to you there. But have you anything wrong with your eyes?
Yes.
Because there's a gentleman here that said you've missed him since he's passed over. And that he used to take your hand.
Yeah.
Here. And he says that I'm to tell you he's still with you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you've always said, well, I'm thankful for many things, and I must thank God for the help that God has already given to me. Do you understand that?
Yes.
But I feel the young man that is sitting next to you has definitely visited you.
That's right.
And must have said, look, I'm going to take you. It must have been something that he wanted to do. And the Spirit people wanted you here, so they could come to you and say, you're not alone. And although you may not see very clearly, can you see at all? Because
No, I
I
can't
thought-
see it all.
Well, don't worry about it, darling.
No.
They understand in the spirit world, and they love you. So remember, their hand is in yours, and that they are so pleased you're brought here tonight. So go away, and their lives will be helped. And that's it. Thank you very much.